More of them than I can count. The only problem is they keep coming back.
Your brother told me the same.
What? That loafer? He always disappears just as soon as the beasts come onto our land. He shouldn't be talking such nonsense.
Hey! Your brother tells a similar story.
Ah, what exactly does he say?
That he has also done away with plenty of field raiders.
What? That loser can't even find his way home by himself. Tell him he shouldn't brag like that.
Hey! Your brother thinks you're a braggart.
What? He's actually got the nerve to say that? He'd better watch out or I'll teach him a lesson. Go and tell him that.
Enem is a bit irritated about this thing.
He shouldn't puff himself up so much, else I'll tear his head off. Tell him that.
Hey! I think the two of you should just relax.
The bastard didn't give in, am I right? I'll tear out his guts. Tell him that.
Why don't you tell him yourself?
I'll do that.
Everything all right?
Yes, I'm fine. That Alvarez has become bolder and bolder lately. Good thing that's over now. What I could use now is a good drop in the tavern.
You're not from around here, right?
I come from the Southern Isles. At some point they said they needed people in Corinnes because of that magic ore. But when I got there, they had this huge barrier in place, and I didn't want to go in there, so I started working in the harbor. Well, the ships stopped coming in, and so I went to work for Akil. I've had worse jobs, actually.
You hang out in the tavern?
That's right, but not recently. I cannot afford going there anymore.
What exactly is going on there in the tavern?
There's gambling there. Two fellows compete against each other. Whoever can hold the most beer wins. In the end, I did nothing but lose, and now I need to make some more money first.
Who did you go up against?
Against Rukar, that old good-for-nothing. So far, he's beaten me every time. But somehow, I have the creeping suspicion that the filthy swine has laced my beer with gin every time. I suspect he keeps the gin hidden in that damn chest of his, that lousy scumbag. Somebody ought to sneak some plain water into his chest. Then he could lace my beer all he wants. If I only had enough money to compete against him one more time.
Nothing to be had there. Nothing to plunder.
that's the
That's really...
no idea. You don't have to tell me that. It was his decision, wasn't it?
Is the beer any good here?
It's not exactly the best, but in these bleak times, you can't be choosy.
Been there, done
What are you
that.
doing here?
Up until a few weeks ago, I was slaving away on the landowner's fields. One day it just got too much for me, and I took myself out of there straight away. Now I'm my own boss. Everything I own is in this chest here. That's all I need, too. Interested in a little contest?
That doesn't
What kind of a contest would that be?
I call it bottoms up. The rules are quite simple. We take turns ordering a tankard of the best beer the old geezer has to offer. Every tankard has to be drunk dry so that it doesn't even leave a ring if you set it on the table upside down.
It's all
The
just...
last man standing wins. The loser pays the tab and a steak. Well, how about it?
Maybe some other time, when I'm not in a hurry.
better.
He thinks it's
Could I
easy.
bet on someone else, though?
Certainly. If you finally manage to find someone with the guts to go up against me, then I'll bet with you. Everybody pays the same amount into a pot. The winner gets everything.
Doesn't see
The
that.
size of the stake depends on your purse. Bring me someone who dares to go up against me and you've got a bet.
Nobody will
I've
learn
got somebody who
anything
wants to
from me.
compete against you.
Who might that be?
Randolph.
Randolph the Braggart. All right, why not?
about it.
Send the wimp to me and the deal stands.
That's
You
no
can
secret.
pick him up again no more than 2 days later. Who knows?
Better off
Maybe you'll
myself.
get lucky and he'll be able to stand by then. How big is your bet?
100.
Me.
That's what I like to hear.
No,
I'll take your bet and hold it until the contest is over, all right?
Telling you anything new.
Here's my stake.
All right.
That will never
Don't take
change.
too long bringing Randolph here, you hear?
You hardly know who to believe these days.
Who are you?
No,
I'm
one will
Orlan,
hear that.
the keeper of this here modest tavern. What are you looking for, stranger? Maybe a decent sword or a
should
good
have
piece of
known
armor? A good swig from the country stills or
That's not what I...
just some information? I can give you all that and more if your coins ring.
What kind of armor can you offer me?
I have here a very nice piece that is sure to please you.
I'll think about it.
As you like, but don't wait too
I used to say
long.
that myself.
How much do you charge for a room?
Give me 50 gold coins for a week, and you can choose a room.
Sooner or later.
All right, here's the dough.
Really
Here's the key. The rooms are upstairs.
No one
But don't
really
get
wants to
everything
hear
dirty,
that.
and pay your rent on time. Understand?
This isn't me anymore.
No
How's it
one
going
really
with your
wants to
tavern?
hear that.
Times have been better, you know? People's purses aren't as open as they used to be.
I couldn't care less.
It's a bad business.
And that's the truth.
That's not what I heard.
Can't rely on that.
I agree with you completely.
No idea. You tell me.
You listen to the wrong people.
I used to say that myself.
Nobody.
Same old thing all over again.
That's not what I heard.
Can't rely on that.
Do you really believe that?
The things I could tell you.
Nothing amazes me anymore.
It had to happen sooner or later.
Do you really believe that?
And there's more, believe me.
Will it ever change?
Tell me that isn't true.
Nobody will learn anything from me.
And there's more, believe me.
I'm no better off myself.
It had to happen sooner or later.
But no, he insisted he knew better.
And that's the truth.
That's really not my problem.
I couldn't...
I'm no better off myself.
Wait a minute. How much money do you need for the contest?
10 gold coins.
I'll give you the money to compete against Rukar.
Really? Thank you so much. I'll repay you soon. If I win, I'll even fork out a little more than that. I'll be seeing you.
Nothing amazes me anymore.
No idea. You tell me.
That was a fine mess you got me into.
About it.
Now I can play lookout for Rookar again.
Why?
As long as he's holding his little contests in there, it's better if no